Hello everyone, my name is Mirai Mishak and this is my first YouTube video. For this grand occasion, I thought I'd make a walkthrough of one of my favorite games ever. While we play this game together, I'll explain why I love it so much and why I think you should give it a chance. Jade Empire is an Asian fantasy game developed by BioWare and published by Microsoft Game Studio in 2005. It was BioWare's first original IP, and some of the people who worked on it may sound familiar. Here comes the name butchery. We have Mark Dara, Casey Hudson, Mike Laidlaw, David Gator, Drew Kripshin, Luke Christians something, Jack Wall, and the two original founders of BioWare, Ray something, and Greg Zeschuk. So the good old BioWare guys. The Jade Empire, fashioned from the void by the will of the great dragon and blessed from its creation. The Empire stands at the heart of the civilized world, a cultural wellspring in a sea of barbarity. The majesty of the Sun Dynasty has guided our people for generations, sustaining our prosperity throughout the ages. The peace of the realm was broken only when nature itself rebelled, withering the land in a decade of thirst. Yet even this, the Emperor Sunhai would not allow. For when he declared the long drought at an end, it was so. Though I was raised far from the benevolent gaze of the Emperor, I have learned much here in Two Rivers, including mastery over my body and mind. Now, at the end of my time here at this Borderlands school, experience will replace lessons as I have traveled beyond the shelter of Two Rivers. I must remember, though the reach of the Empire stretches far, powerful spirits lurk beneath the surface, and threats of chaos is ever present. It is natural that an orphan like me would have many questions. Until now, my inquiries have been met with silence. Perhaps on these days, answers will find me at last. I love the music of this game. I'm thinking Guy. We should play Guy. Let's make a costume character, of course. So I haven't played this game for a long while. So we'll be figuring it out as we go, I guess. Oops. I don't know if I should read that for you. Let me know in the comments if you want me to read you the wall of text. Let's do this, and I don't know. Okay, let's do that. Accept. Ooh, picking martial arts styles. Support style. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Support style. Does direct damage in chi strike mode. This style's power. Attack can initiate an harmonic combo that produces a health power-up. Fighters skilled in Heavenly Wave learn techniques that can slow their opponents to recall. While this support style does no damage on its own, a master can manipulate the chi in the area around the opponent, rendering them sluggish and easily to defeat. Even the most lightning-fast of foes can be slowed to a turtle pace with a skillful application of Heavenly Wave. I'm not feeling... Oh, okay then. So this is a martial style, this is a martial style, okay. Still have mastered this martial, but those who are in fear the blow rain down too fast to block, and their kicks can quickly put an opponent out for good. 1,000 Cuts. 1,000 Cuts is aptly named, though the style does not involve blades. A master of the style relies on numerous lightning style in quick succession instead of a singular punishing blow or thunderous kicks. Most opponents reel under such relentless assault, unable to counter fast enough to find an opening for their own attack. Leaping Tiger. With vigor and speed of an animal for which this martial art was named, Leaping Tiger dazzle on onlooker even as it braves up opponents. Practitioners of this martial arts focus so completely on the strength and quickness of the tiger that razor-sharp claws seem to sprout out from their fists. This style's quick leaping technique and punishing strikes create a fury of death and keep armed opponent at bay. The styles can complete an harmonic combo, well, like all of the rest of them. Many martial artists criticize the White Demon style for being slow and ponderous, but in the hands of a true master it can be one of the deadliest martial styles of all. While it lacks crowd-pleasing punches of faster style, White Demon shears powers and intimidation technique plow through opponents like an ogre in a tea house. I think I'm gonna go with the tiger. Let's go with the tiger. That sounds fun. I want the razor-sharp claws. Can I pick another one? No. No, I want that one. Okay. Furious Ming. Silver Breeze Cheng. Flag Oxy Typhoon Shao Ching. Well, let's stay in theme and pick a Chinese name. To Google. Ooh, as powerful as a dragon. Ju. Oh. How do I capitalize? Ju. Long. As powerful as a dragon. Sure. Done. Accept.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
One more match then? I could blind waffle myself. That might even the odds. I doubt it. You strike with the grace of a cow. Let's do that. I could blindfold myself. That might even the odds.
For all that, he's trained you to be the best of us. You're not Master Li yet. I would welcome another match with you, though. Let's say one more before we break for the day.
I'm rarely
Yes,
beaten,
begin.
friend. The Wolverine style. Okay. While standing still, hold down space to block. Well, that went down too fast. Hold. Use chi heal. Hold down shift to channel your chi to heal yourself. Okay. Powerful attacks can overcome your foe's defense. Press mouse 2 to break down through Jingwu's block. What happened? It's my computer. Sorry, guys. Double tap the movement keys to evade a powerful attack. Try this now. Ah, what happened? Well done. Defeat you win.
Did you see? Master Li was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Each bruise is a mark of your failure to learn our master's teaching. Thank you for the bout. Let's not be an ass.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Where's Master Li again? Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would be vital. Besides, who could turn down a chance to practice with you? You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Take care. Ooh. We're in the Master Hotel of Room. Arrival challenges for situation, and the past haunts the present. Your training is near completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Your training is near its completion. Wherein the Master Foretell of a Doom, a rival challenger. Wherein a Master Foretell of Doom, a rival challengers. Wherein a Master foretells of doom, a rival challengers. Wherein a Master foretells of doom, a rival challenger for the situation, and the past haunt the present. Your training is near its completion in the idyllic setting of Two Rivers. Master Li promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest, and shadowy assassins who heed no laws. Who heed no law. Interesting. Let's see what's around here. Smiling Mountain. That's this guy. Jingwu. Let's see what's those. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponent. Sagacious Tian. Understanding the stars and the universe is a very important goal. Well, I'm not gonna read all of those. If you want to, you can pause it and read them, but let's just keep going with the game. Or we're gonna be here forever. Oh, let's talk to these guys.
One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others at the school. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
If you believe that if you're here, you belong here. Why do you doubt yourself? If you believe that you are inferior, you make it true. If you are too weak to be at the school, leave before you waste our master's time. Why do you doubt yourself?
I haven't yet settled in. My studies in the Imperial City were far inferior to the instruction you've had. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
I've studied with him as long as I can remember. The only one who has been here almost as long is Dawnstar. Long enough. It's time for me to finish my training. Mind your business. When I'm not here to discuss my life with you. I've studied with him as long as I can remember.
You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
How well do you know the others at this school? Since you're new, I'm interested to hear your thought on Master Li. What do people from the capital think of the Empire? You're fairly new here. Tell me some more about yourself. Would you be interested in sparring?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Well, perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability. Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
What do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why do you say that?
I think she was given a gift. Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Do you have any impression of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is, a crass and spoiled bully.
How will Smiling Mountain help you train?
Well, he doesn't come close to Master Li's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Have you heard anything special about me?
I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
Since you're new here, I'm interested to hear about your thoughts on Master Li.
He is one man and guides his students well. My last school had two masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
What style did you study in the Imperial City?
At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Li's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital.
How do Master Li's skill measure up to your teachers in the Imperial City?
He is greatly skilled and tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent study.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
What do people from the Empire think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Why would you be worried about the Lotus Assassins?
They're the Emperor's personal guardians. In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
So basically the secret police, the SS. Why are people questioning the direction the Empire is taking?
The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Do you know anything about the rumor of ghosts?
There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. And try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts.
What can you tell me about the history of the Empire?
I honestly didn't pay much attention during history lessons at my previous school. You could always ask in the town. Old Ming loves talking about the past.
What can you tell me about places other than here?
I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. What do you want to know? It was a beautiful place to grow
About the
up.
Imperial City.
Brightest
Sorry,
minds,
guys.
the most noble houses. All the greatest warriors gather there. It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
It sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust.
How do you like this area?
Two Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
What do people from the city tend to think of this area?
They consider farmers uneducated rustics, so they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Lee out here.
Let's hear about the rest of the
The
Empire.
Empire is divided into 4 massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the Imperial City. In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate. To the west lie the hills of the 6 Holy Squares. I know little about those 2 provinces, though.
Let's go back to my other questions.
I'll answer what I can.
You're fairly new here. Tell me some more about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
What brought you to this school?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
What sort of dangers would the Imperial City have?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What will you do when you are done training here?
Well, that won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Take care. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
I'm healed. Typical.
Let's talk to other people before we talk to Gao. What's in here?
I'm healed.
See, I'm always looking for ways to move faster. Oh, kids.
Uso siir utak tarwair, shathir owosu.
Dawnstar's garden is peaceful, even when she's not here.
A monkey? What's in here? Oh. Old Master. And the grave appears to be dedicated to the Old Master, a former instructor of the school. A humble tribute, not even bearing his name. A small bowl sits beneath the stylized image of a dragon, ready to accept offering of silver to spread the spirit of the departed to his rest. I'm broke. I'm broke. You leave this mother's grave undisturbed. Let's go back here when I have money.
Oh, senior student. And not too many people come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best.
I could spare a moment or two, certainly.
This is good news. We'll try to go easy on you.
Leaping tiger.
What? What? Oh.
You're going down.
Victory is mine.
That's enough! I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon, and then we have weapons training.
Victory is mine. Huh? Your earliest memories are of the town of Two Rivers.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Can I ask you some things about the school?
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Tell me about the philosophies you mentioned.
Master Li is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
This is like one of the things I like about this game. It's not simply black and white, but more of, well, it's more complicated than that. Let's let the guys explain.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Okay, give us an example.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Sometimes conflict cannot be avoided.
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
Interesting. Tell me about the way of the closed fist.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
So what is it if it's not evil?
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
What's the difference? The person dies each time.
The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Does this have any practical effect?
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
I want to go back to my previous
I
questions.
am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more...
Yeah, we have already heard that. I want to ask about something specific.
What
Someone
are you
specific.
interested in?
Tell me what you know of Master Lee.
Master Lee is a private man, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you.
Tell me about Gao.
I'd rather not. He is impatiently traveling the low path, and I long ago abandoned him to it. He is reckless, and he neither seeks nor wants my guidance. As young as he is, Gao has impressive skill. Master Lee has tried to restrain him, but I know how far he has gone. He wields powerful energies, but has the temper of a child.
Where did he learn this if Master Lee will not teach it?
Master Lee has taught the base of such techniques to you and others. Mastering Qi is important for any student here, but he also demands control. Gao's father most likely tutored him. By all that I have heard, both are impatient and spoiled. They can be provoked into explosive outbursts.
What do you know about Dunstar?
Only what she lets me know. A very private woman, despite spending so long in the school. You probably know her as well as anyone does. She has great skill, but a reluctance to use it. If she were to let go, she could be very powerful. Perhaps that is what she fears.
I want to ask about you.
If you wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to.
Why did you leave the Phoenix Gate?
It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you?
How long have you taught here?
It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Li's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life and serve your master as I am able. He is devoted to your training and needs someone to assist the other students.
I want to go back to my previous questions.
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
What kind of items and additional training do you sell?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic.
Why is there a fee?
Training has worth, and Master Li allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside Two Rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
You're not teaching new styles then?
No, I try to improve base abilities, but through the basics that Master Li has instilled. When you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly.
Show me what you have.
Let's see what you can learn.
Well, I'm still broke. I think I already checked those. Okay, let's just go to Gale. Hope I didn't miss anything.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
If I'd known it was holding up your training, I would have come sooner. Sure, I'll be nice. I'll be an open palm kind of guy.
Really? You would have dropped everything to make way for me. I don't think so. You're far too important to waste time worrying about my education. Master Li certainly considers your training important enough to shove all others aside, so why shouldn't I bow down to your greatness?
What did I do to earn this belligerence?
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic. Master Li wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
is Lin? Are you Lin?
Master Lee says to always remember the basics. He is wise to provide our skills such a strong foundation.
Master Lee keeps talking about wrestling.
Our most
Oh,
senior
that's
student
Lin.
has a spare moment to spend with me.
Maybe.
An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things," to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
If you want Master Lee to say it, don't give him choice. Be the best you can. Don't worry about following others. Walk your own path.
That's easy enough for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Of course, there could be worse views. Maybe I should spend more time training and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
You know everyone here. Is there any news?
You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that.
Where are the students of note?
Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny. Not that you don't deserve the attention. I'd be flirting with you non-stop if you weren't so focused on whatever it is Master Lee has in store for you. All of us get a little envious of that. Even Gao gets pushed aside, and he doesn't like being anything less than the center of attention.
Tell me about Gao.
You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Tell me about Dawnstar.
Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Frankly, I think she might have a little crush on you too. Notice how she's been less willing to train with you recently? Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Lee sees for you.
What are you getting at?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Lee tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two.
What have you heard about me?
You know what is said. Master Lee believes you're special, but won't say why. It makes you interesting. Some of the others don't find it as intriguing as I do. Some even consider it an attack on their worth.
Who should I be concerned about? Who are the students of note?
Gao, obviously. You know he doesn't like you. He never has.
And when Master Li tells him to model himself after you, that just makes it worse.
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish, what do you want to ask about?
What do you think of Master Li?
Master Li took me in when no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside.
How did Master Li come here?
I imagine that he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago.
Who was Master before Master Li?
I really don't know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born.
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish, what do you want to ask about?
Tell me what you've been hearing about ghosts.
Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Li accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise?
What exactly are these ghosts?
They're exactly what you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost. According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation.
What exactly are these ghosts? Tell me more about Dawnstar's sensitivity.
From what I understand, Dawnstar is very sensitive to magic and to the spirits we call ghosts. She sees things that others can't. Sometimes she knows things that she shouldn't. I really can't say if it's intuition or something else.
What do ghosts look like?
That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense.
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish, what do you want to ask about?
I don't think we have ever talked about you, Lynn.
I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years.
How did you come here? Why?
I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Li has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate.
What will you do once you're done training here?
When I am done? I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life.
Let's go back to my other questions.
If you wish. What do you want to ask about?
Would you be interested in spying?
Of course. I have to keep practicing if I'm going to be able to best you one day, aren't I?
Let's begin.
Excellent. Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
You can't keep.
The stupid stick has a long range. Victory.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
That's bullshit. I'm sure you will tell me what I need to know, Master. Perhaps I will train others as you have trained me. I long to leave this tiny place. I'm meant for great things. I want to ask some questions. I want to ask some questions.
There will be a time for that later. I have kept you hungry for information, but you must trust that my reasons are valid. It is for your benefit that I do this.
Oh, look, it changes his expression. Very well, Master.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
Why would you do that? Sure, it was for a good reason, Master. Let's do the why would you do that?
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Lee!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him. And Kiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
I will fight them. Let me come with you. What would you have me do, Master?
You will have your chance to fight soon enough. Go to Gujin, the weapon master. He has a weapon for you, and you will have need of it before long.
Oh, the
On
weapon.
your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
I will do as you ask.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
Let's see if there's anything here I can take. Those are very stationary birds. Oh. Red line, yellow line, blue line. Probably related to this. A statue of a lion stands behind the altar. It's marked as training aid, designed by a previous master of the school. There is a crystal sphere in the lion's paw. Examine the marking on the lion. The altar and the statue serve to show students a real example of lessons otherwise presented abstractly in class. It has not been used. It has not seen use in some time. The altar is less ornate than the statue, and was replaced many times after frustrated or deliberate outbursts from students. But that too is part of the exercise. There is mention of greater reward for the more investigative path, but that was probably an additional element of the test performed by the master who placed it. You cannot recall Master Li ever referring to the statue. Different masters prefer different methods of teaching. Approach the altar. The altar is less ornate than the statue, and lacks a sense of permanence. Something activates as you approach. The sphere in the lion's paw begins to glow with a blue light. Place the blue figurines on the altar. The sphere changed colors to red. Oh, okay then. Place blue figurine on the altar. Place red figurine on the altar. Okay. Place yellow figurine on the altar. The statue dispersed coin. An unfamiliar voice began to emanate from the lion.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
A lion statue stands behind the altar at this mark. Of the school, there is a crystal sphere in the lion's paws. Approach the altar. The altar sphere then begins to glow in the blue light. Blue. Red. Yellow. Oh, so that was the obvious path. Okay. Okay, I'll leave. Well, now we have coined. So let's go give it to the weird altar that we found before. It was there, I think. Ah, it was here. Ah, the stylized image of the iron. It's probably related. I haven't played this game in a while, guys. I don't remember everything. Slot. There is an audible click sound. Oh! Okay then. Let's go back to the thing. No, there's an indication in the statue's mouth reminding you of another shape you saw recently. Place a token from the old man's grave in the lion's mouth. Okay. Ooh, green. Sphere glows green. Place blue figurine. And place yellow figurine. And now orange. So let's remove the blue figurine and add the red figurine. Now purple, so remove the yellow figurine. Now the blue figurine. Ooh! Burst of energy. The statue erupts in a loud burst of energy. Clearly, you have done something momentous. You feel different.
You will see the interconnectedness of all things. Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
Okay. I've received the gaze of the lion. What does it do? What does the gaze of the lion do? Let's save to not lose anything. But what does the gaze of the lion do? Techniques. Oh. Oh, interesting. More health and focus. Very interesting. So I want to leave.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
Hello, Dawnstar. I hope I'm not interrupting. Hello, Dawnstar. I certainly hope I am interrupting. Sounds like Dawnstar would like you to leave, Gao.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
What a scumbag.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
What did Gao want? I don't like seeing you upset. I know about the bandits. Master Li said to get a weapon from Gujin. So I read that there is a way to romance both her and the other love interest at the same time, and I've never done that before. So let's attempt to do that in this playthrough.
That is nice to hear. Gao could learn much from you if he wanted to learn anything from anyone.
You know about the bandits? Master Li said to get a weapon from Gujin. What did Gao want?
What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish?
You know about the bandits. Master Li said to get a weapon from Gujin.
Yes, he said you were coming. He just passed here with Si Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is just so absolute. Has he told you any more about your future?
I won't have time to talk. The bandits are more important right now. Not specifically. What do you know about it? No, I have a bad feeling, Dawnstar. Speculation is a false game. He'll tell me soon. Let's do no. No, I have a bad feeling, Dawnstar.
I don't like your bad feelings. They always end up being right. Remember the grass fire? Half of the field's gone in a day, and you knew it would happen.
I'm sure nothing's going to happen. I don't remember. I'm sure it was nothing.
You said you felt the lightning coming, but not even Master Li knows the weather like that. I trust your instincts. You are full of such promise. I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
Please don't put me on the pedestal. I'd rather stand beside my friends. And while you shoot, I'm bound for great things. Let's not be mean. Let's not be an ass.
I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? That you should keep the basics close to heart?
Let's go get your weapon from Gujin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Of course. I can speak now or during our walk. Master Lee suggested that I accompany you, in case you require assistance.
How did you help Master Lee find out about the Restless Dead?
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Lee was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training is his primary interest. Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else?
What do you know about the spirit world?
We are all spiritual creatures. When we die, our spirits are released to find their way to the underworld. The journey eases the transition from life to death. If their time among the living was troubled or painful, spirits sometimes get lost. They can seem almost alive and are often mistaken for living creatures. They usually only appear for a short time. They say what they need to say and then are drawn to the underworld.
What makes them so threatening? What happens to them in the underworld?
If a person's life is very traumatic, his or her spirit can lose its way for a long time. They can go mad trapped in the world of the living. Maddened spirits change. They lose their connection to the living world and begin to channel darker emotions. They can be very dangerous. I've only seen hints of those. It's been enough. I'm very worried about what may be coming.
What happens to them in the underworld?
I don't know. That's the kind of thing old men sit on mountains to discover. Some say it is a place of judgment. Maybe it's about reincarnation. You'd think we could just ask the spirits themselves, but if we can't really understand our own answers, how can we hope to fathom theirs?
That's all for now.
We should get our weapons as quickly as we can. I am honored that Master Lee feels I am worthy of standing beside you.
Use force train to change their tactics. Okay. Recovers your chi. Dawnstars attack can damage spirits. Let's put her on support.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it. Let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Gujin will...
Heavens, no!
Why would bandits come here to Two Rivers?
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
Is this money? Can I open this? No. No. Town square. I think the weapons guy is in here.
This building is Gujin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
Ujoir Shatir Uksayanan. Sawani Karpa.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin. Good day to you.
Svovo hirufir wa kwanpa.
Oh, damn, I forgot to read it.
If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thofan. Now, what brings you here?
Bandit scouts are here in Two Rivers. Master Lee sent me for a weapon.
Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise when they get here. Well, no time to waste. Dawnstar, I watched you practice with that new blade yesterday, and I must say you take to it naturally. I want you to keep it and use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Lee as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Lee wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Where did Master Lee find these weapons?
I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of two legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star.
Couldn't you give whichever weapon I don't pick to Dawnstar?
I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons quite yet.
So we are extra
I'll
awesome.
explain why in a moment, but suffice it to say that very few people have your aptitude for maintaining focus in battle. In time, Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this, but don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Lee wanted her to have the keenest steel I could find.
Tell me about the longsword, Fortune's favorite.
They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it.
Okay, I will take Fortune's favorite.
Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with.
Is there anything else?
One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Lee has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon. And the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
Should go see to the townsfolk now.
That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Lee gets back. I know you'll do well.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
Calm down, student. What has you so flustered?
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town.
Does Master Lee know they're already here? How far have they come? How many are there?
Master Lee hasn't returned yet with Kia Min. I'm sure he will be back before long, but we must depend on you until he returns.
Run back to the school and warn everyone else. I'll deal with these thugs. Come with me and we'll teach these bandits a lesson.
I will run to the school and seal the gates. Make your way to the beach and teach these bandits a lesson. I know you can.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
There was a woman here before. Oh well. Something?
Leaping tiger. This is the end.
Crap.
Heavenly wave.
Fuck.
Long sword. Hold your tongue, old man. This village is ours.
We have to be careful. These louts will show no.
I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
Thank the heavens you came down. They're animals.
You won't see me coming.
Yay, silver.
Ah, I'm healed.
Second game.
Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
That's a lot of tomato sauce. I keep forgetting.
Cannon fire, look out!
Oh, damn. What was that?
Your turn.
Damn.
You can't keep up.
Watch yourself.
Heavenly wave.
What are you? Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this.
What?
Leaping tiger.
Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will have it. I have seen enough of your skills. You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
Damn.
You! Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success.
It would seem that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined to be swept along. You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready.
Thank you for your assistance, Master Lee.
Do not be so quick to thank me. My influence caused this attack. You were not meant to see this yet, but now there is no choice. I will explain the school. You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
A yellow arrow icon will appear on the left screen when you have enough experience point to level up. Come to the character records and click on your characters to level up. Level up! In improving your ability, you can also click on the balance button to automatically distribute your point to create a balanced character. Let's do this time. Oh, okay. I like my sword. I like my fist. Let's do favorite fortune. Damage increase, speed increase. Back. Okay. Do tiger. There's 2 and 2. Oops. Let's do this one and this one. It's more reliable than the other one.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Lee could command that kind of power. He destroyed that ship so easily. This is so confusing. Master Lee said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I hope there is peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me.
I prefer it when you're smiling. Is there anything I can do? Do you want to talk about the attack?
I was worried enough when we were expecting bandits. Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Li called that sorcerer an assassin. Assassins don't attack at random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else.
Where did you live before you came to the school?
Would it be strange of me to say I don't know? I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived. I remember moving around a lot, never staying anywhere for long, and for some reason, the robes of that sorcerer looked familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks. With glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts, I could have seen them anywhere.
Why did you move around? How did you come here?
I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Li said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself. Master Li doesn't know who that guardian was or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be.
Is it troubling not knowing your past?
Yes, I suppose you know something about that as well. I hope this does not sound odd, but I am glad we share that. Thanks for this talk. The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve my mood. Let's get back to what you need to do.
Who are those people interested in the village?
Well, we've already visited Gu Jin, who used to be a guard in the west, they say. Old Ming always has a story, and he's usually by the statue on the beach. Merchant Fen Do is in the village square. He's been expecting new goods any day now, for weeks. Oh, for training or learning the philosophy behind martial combat, go see Smiling Mountain. He is behind the ring, near the student quarters. He's always amusing.
How did you help Master Li find out about the restless dead?
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as it has
I already
to you.
asked that.
I can... hopefully... Then we should return to Master Li so he can talk to you about this attack.
And I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you for joining me for my first video. See you again when we continue this story. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching my first video. I hope you come back and check the rest of the series. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.